and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies resound the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. March on till victory is won. Stony the road we trod, the chastening rod felt in the days when hope unborn has died, yet with a steady beat have not our weary feet come to the place from which our fathers died. We have come over a way that with tears have been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughter, out from the gloomy past till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who hast brought us thus far on the way, thou who hast by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path we pray. Lest our feet stray from the places, our God, where we met thee. Lest our hearts, drunk of the wine of the world, we forget thee. Shadow beneath thy hand, may we forever stand. True to our God, true to our God, true to our native land, true to our native land.
My name is Devante, and I'm a student at Kirk Elementary School. Welcome to Black History Month.
Hello, friends. My name is Benjamin Banneker. I was born in Maryland in the early days of our country. I was an inventor, a writer, a farmer, a businessman, an astronomer, a mathematician, and I also advocated for civil rights. I was only able to go to school for a few months, so I had to teach myself by reading. I made a wooden clock that kept perfect time for 50 years. I also wrote 6 almanacs. Almanacs are books about weather and tides for farmers and fishermen. I also wrote about bees and life cycles of different insects. I built an irrigation system for my family and farm. I studied the stars. I accurately predicted lunar and solar eclipses. An eclipse is the sun or moon is not visible because a shadow has blocked it for a short time. I helped survey the land in Washington, D.C. The maps I made determined where buildings and streets would be constructed. I wrote Thomas Jefferson to tell him we needed to give civil rights to all Americans, including the slaves, and Jefferson agreed. I was honored as the first African-American man of science. The award came from Paris, France. I was almost 75 years old when I died. I worked hard in my life. I was eager to learn, and I created many things. What about you? Do you work hard? Are you eager to learn? I'm looking forward to hearing your story someday. Thank you for listening.
You guys stand still? Be ready?
Oh, Martin Luther King.
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 I just want to sing your name.
I just want to sing your name.
You said I have a dream.
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 And I just want to sing your name.
I just want to sing your name.
You had the dream of freedom.
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 And I just want to sing your name.
I just want to sing your name.
It's up to us to keep the dream alive.
It's up to us to keep the dream alive.
It's up to us to keep the dream alive.
It's up to us to keep the dream alive.
It's up to us to keep the dream alive.
It's up to us to keep the dream alive.
And I just want to sing your name.
And I just want to sing your name.
Oh, Martin Luther King.
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 I just want to sing your name.
I just want to sing your name.
Oh, Martin Luther King.
Oh, Martin Luther King.
Oh, Martin Luther King.
Oh, Martin Luther King.
Oh, Martin Luther
3, 2, 1, action! Elijah McCoy was a black Canadian hero and a black scientist and inventor. He invented the train lubricator and the sprinkler and the ironing board. Here's a story of a really smart boy who loved inventing. The train is coming. I'm so excited. I don't want to wait on the train. It makes my blood boil. My name is Elijah McCoy. I was born on calendar on May 2nd, 1844. I love to solve problems. Noise like sweaty touch to all the engine. So I found a way to self-locate the trailers to avoid wasting time. So with a small can and a drop of oil, trains will not to stop. Trains will now be on time. So it all started with one invention. Now there are 57. Others have tried to copy him, but none stood the test. Now you know the real McCoy! Here you go.
Welcome to Miss Raya's class.
I have a dream to become a strengthen in one mission.
Good job.
Dream
To become
is to become
a singer and a dentist.
a singer and a dentist.
Good job.
Good job. Say, I have a drink really loud.
I have a dream.
Okay, that's it.
Good job. Got this. Look, Ariana.
A.
Go. A.
Ariana, focus.
A. Cook. And. A.
I have a dream to become
Good job.
A. Firefighter. And a firefighter.
It looks like. Good job, Israel.
I have a dream to become a train conductor. Love Rider.
Good job, Ryder.
I have a dream to become a doctor after a nursing program.
Ready?
I had the dream to become a principal for free school.
Ms. Ray, are they going to add the.
Thank you, everybody.
Were they going to add
Hey, Ryder, no more.
May Jefferson had many dreams. She dreamed to become an dancer. She dreamed to become a doctor. The most of all, she dreamed to become an astronaut. It was a difficult dream, 'cause many will tell her no. But she knew she could. So she did!
And you hear our voices breaking through. There's a fire in our hearts seeking truth. Ooh, we're changing the world. This is our time. We're changing the world.
Hello! Black History Month is
A commemoration, vocab word, for black activists, another vocab word,
Who took their time out to go fight for what they feel is right. Like
Martin Luther King had a speech that violence is not the answer and no segregation.
we celebrate black people that helped us change history.
It reminds us to be strong, even in politics. Oi.
What matters is what's inside of you and how you act to other people.
Doesn't matter if you're black, if you're white, you should always celebrate it because you know the struggles black leaders went through in order for you to be here right now.
Even though we may have the different skin color, we're still the same type of people, no matter what.
And a lot of people, they don't see me for who I am. They see my outside appearance, but they don't see what I have on the inside.
It's very hard to grow up knowing that you're black and you have a lot of personal prejudice against you.
I see it on the TV and I'm like, is that gonna happen to my brother? Is that gonna happen to my dad? I always have that in the back of my mind every time that I'm home and they're not home.
Black history is important to me because I have to remember where I came from and I have to remember who came before me.
Because you have to look at the things that Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X did for us black people, so people can't treat us unfairly because they think some type of belief.
Because we are all people and we need to stand up for our rights.
There's still discrimination. There's still discrimination in all parts of the world, in all parts of the United States. We should still fight for what we believe in. We should still fight for getting what's right. I am strong. I am gentle. I am proud. I am humble. I am confident. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I am becoming all that I can be. I am the child of God. Today we will be presenting a poem written by Amanda Gorman. She read a poem for President Joe Biden called The Hill We Climb. We will be presenting some of the poem titled Change Things by Amanda Gorman to Kirk Elementary. 1, 2, 3. Change things by Amanda Gorman. I can hear change coming in its loudest, proudest song. I don't hear change coming, and so I sing along. I scream with the skies of red and blue streamers. I dream with the cries of tried and true dreamers. I am the hand that rises and wings. There is hope for my change sings. Though some don't understand it, those windows of mystery. I see with all the planets and the hills of history. I am bright and the light each day breathes. There is hope where my change sings. Change sings where? There, inside me. Because I am the change I want to see. As I grow, it grows like seeds. I am just what the world needs. I am voice for freedom rings. You're the love your bright heart brings. We all hear change coming. Won't you sing along? American's greatest farmer. You never heard of a man who worked harder than that famous American? George Washington Carver! Born a slave, he learned how to read and he became a wonderful student indeed. George Washington Carver! When you listen to him, well, he wanted wanted to know what the lives and plants and things that grow.
George Washington Carver.
He became a teacher and a writer too, and his inventions for farmers wouldn't astonish you.
George Washington Carver.
Like peanut butter, peanut oil, peanut brittle. He became a teacher and a writer too. Peanut lotion, peanut bars, even peanut honey, and he never sold his ideas for money.
George Washington Carver.
He wanted farmers to use their land, and he was happy to just lend them a hand.
George Washington Carver.
American's greatest farmer.
George Washington Carver.
But I am somebody.
I may be poor.
But I am somebody.
I may be young.
But I am somebody.
I may be on the street.
But I am somebody.
I may make a mistake.
But I am somebody.
My clothes are different. My face is different.
But I am somebody.
I am black, brown, white. I speak a different language. But I am
Rejected, never rejected. I am a giant. I am somebody.
This is a West African story about how selfishness got the better of that old trickster Anansi the spider. One sunny summer afternoon, Anansi the spider picked some fat, tasty yams from his garden.
Yummy, these yams smell delicious. I can't wait to sit down and eat them all by myself.
Just as Anansi was sitting down to enjoy the delicious feast, he heard a knock. All by himself, he heard a knock at his door.
Oh no, who could that be? At supper time, no less.
Anansi opened the door to find none other than his friend Turtle standing outside, licking his lips excitedly.
No, Anansi did not like to share anything with anyone ever.
But it is a custom on this land not to refuse a meal to a visitor.
Yes, they are yams, and I suppose I must share them with you, Turtle, my friend.
Turtle licked his lips again and scuttled to the table where a big steaming bowl of yams sat waiting. He reached a stubby arm towards one. As Turtle opened his mouth to eat, Anansi's eyes lit up with an idea.
Oh, Turtle, don't you know better than to eat a meal without washing your hands first?
So Turtle got up and crawled slowly down the long dusty hill to the river to wash his hands, all four of them. Then he crawled slowly back up the long dusty hill to Anansi's house.
By the time Turtle got back to the house, he found Anansi seated at the table, popping the last morsel of yam into his mouth.
Oh, Turtle, you took far too long. I'm sorry, but you took far too long washing your filthy hands. I'm finished with my meal. Too bad, so sad.
Turtle's stomach rumbled with hunger, but he respectfully bowed.
Thank you for offering to share your meal with me. Someday you must come by my house to let me return the favor.
A few days later, Anansi woke to a growling in his stomach.
I certainly don't feel like cooking this morning. I think I'll take Turtle up on his offer for a free meal.
He arrived at Turtle's house just in time for breakfast and found him sitting happily in a patch of sunshine next to the gurgling river.
Anansi, have you come to join me for a meal?
You bet. I can't wait.
Follow me. The table's all ready for us.
Turtle immediately dove into the water and swam to the bottom of the river where his table was set. Anansi jumped right in, but instead of sinking like he had hoped, he popped to the surface.
He tried again and again to dive to the bottom of the river, but nothing worked.
Suddenly, Anansi had a brilliant idea.
This time I'm sure I'll sink like a stone.
He raced down the river, then grabbing stones and rocks, stuffing them into the pockets of his handsome jacket.
This time I'm sure I'll sink like a stone.
Sure enough, Anansi dove into the water and fell quickly to the bottom where he swam over to Turtle. The table was loaded with the most delicious mouth-watering treats.
Anansi, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's my custom to never dream about wearing our jackets to the dinner table.
Anansi looked up and noticed that Turtle had taken off his jacket before eating.
Ah, manners.
Anansi removed his jacket.
As soon as it was off his shoulders, Anansi floated back up to the surface and popped out of the water onto river bank.
He started to dive into the water again when he remembered how hard that had been before.
No way I'm trying that again.
So there Anansi floated, frustrated and hungry as he watched Turtle devour the delicious meal all by himself.
Wait a minute, I've been tricked. Me, Anansi, the greatest trickster in the whole wide world.
Harriet Tubman by Pedro. Harriet Tubman was born in 1820. She had 10 brothers and sisters. She grew up in Dorchester County, Maryland. In 1849, she went to Philadelphia and became free. She wanted to help others escape slavery. Later in life, she was known for leading the people on the Underground Railroad. She helped Black African Americans escape slavery. She will be remembered for her determination and bravery because she risked her life to help others. She died in 1913. President Obama honored Tubman's legacy by naming the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad National Monument in Maryland.
Rosa Parks by Milan. Rosa was born in 1913. She grew up in the southern United States in Alabama. Her family included her mother, Leanna, her father, James McCurley, and she had a little brother. Rosa is known for sitting in the front of the bus and not giving up her seat to a white man. It is important because she went to jail for fighting for civil rights. Rosa died in 2005. June 15, 1999, she was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal by President Clinton.
Ruby Bridges by Malaya. Ruby was born in 1954. Ruby went to school at William Frantz Elementary School. Her mom was Lucy Bridges and her dad was Abon Bridges. She was known for fighting for equal rights of black people. An important message of hers was that racism has no place in the hearts and minds of our children. Later in life, she won the Jane Addams Children's Book Award. Coretta Scott King by Damien Espinosa. Coretta Scott King was born in 1927 in Alabama. She had 4 kids and she was married to Martin Luther King Jr. During her lifetime, she was a civil rights leader who worked to change the laws. Most importantly, she was known for starting the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change. Later in life, she won the Grand Peace Prize. She died in 2006.